and welcome into Rebecca K Crochet. I'm Becky, your yarn host, and today what we are going to do is called the Silt stitch. It's a very simple 2-row repeat. It is a multiple of 3, and so anytime that you have a multiple of 3, you just make sure that however many chains you are doing is divisible by 3. So you can make this as big or as little as you want. I think this would be a really pretty blanket or a scarf. And what I'm using today, of course, is the Susan Bates, because I don't know if I'm going to put this in my blanket. I don't know if I need another. I've got to go count and see if I need another square. Can't even think this morning. See if I need another square for my blanket, but I wanted to get this one out to you. So I may finish this off and do bigger. I may not, but you need a 6mm hook. I'm using a Susan Bates. I'm also using the Pound of Love, Lion Brand Pound of Love. This is a 16-ounce skein, and it is 1,020 yards. Or 932 meters. It's a 4 worsted weight. It requires a J10 6mm hook, which is what I was using. 100% premium acrylic. If you are using a yarn that requires a smaller hook, use a smaller hook. Use what your label says to use, or the drape that you want on yours. 100% premium acrylic, washable and dryable, made in Turkey, and the color is Bluebell. And this is what the stitch looks like. And stay to the end to see the mistake that I show you at the end of this video, because I guess I'm going to have to be really froggy today. So yeah, there is that. And with that, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with 27 chains on our hook, and which I already have, and then in the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to do a double crochet. So this one on your hook doesn't count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to yarn over, go through that 4th stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's your first double crochet. And then in every stitch across, we are going to do a double crochet. So you should have a total of 25 stitches going across, if I did my math right. And we're just going to do this all the way across. Now, I have said this before many, many times, but your first row is always your hardest row to get started. Chaining is easy, but when you go back and you're working into your chains, you don't have anything to hang on to, and that's your fiddliest part of all of this. And it's the toughest row whenever you don't know what to hang on to and what to do, especially for newbies. And that's okay, you'll get used to it. Everybody does. But, you know, don't get frustrated. Everybody sometimes struggles with their first row, especially learning a new stitch. And I'm going to go off camera and finish out my row, and I will be right back. Okay, now I have 25 on my hook, and this is what it should be looking like. Or 25 stitches, not on my hook, but 25 stitches. And now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and we are going to single crochet into double crochets in the first double crochet. So not in this one, but this one. We're going to single crochet and do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Then we're going to skip 2 double crochets, and we're going to go back with a single crochet and 2 double crochets. skip 2, do a single crochet and 2 double crochets. Oops. Skip 2, do a single crochet and 2 double crochets. Remember, we're working into the same stitch. Skip 2, 1 single and 2 doubles. Skip 2, 1 single and 2 doubles. Skip 2, 1 single and 2 doubles. Skip 2, 1 single, whoops, 1 single and 2 doubles. And then we're going to skip, and on the top of the, actually we're not skipping, on the top of the chain 2 we are going to do a single crochet. And so that's what you should look like. Now we are going to chain 2, 3, we're going to chain 3 and turn. You can chain 2 if you want to. I'll probably just chain 2. I think chain 3 is too much for me, but I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and then I'm going to double crochet in every stitch back across. So we should end up with a total of 25 stitches still. Make sure you get your single crochets and your 2 double crochets all the way back across. And that is it. This is a multiple of 3 chains. So what that means is you chain 3 and you don't add anything on. So as long as your work is divisible by 3 with an even number, then you are good. You can chain as big as you want. If you want to do this into a blanket or, you know, something like that, you can do that. And it's just a 2-row repeat. It's the second row and then this row, and then we'll go back to our second row whenever we get all the way back down to the other side. And we're almost there. Do our single crochet. Then we're going to count to make sure that we have 25 stitches across, and so that we're stopping on the right one. And then I'll be back in just a second when I count. Okay, so we are going to chain 1, I do not want to split my yarn. Turn our work, and we are going to single crochet and double crochet into the same stitch, and then we are going to skip 2, single crochet and double crochet into the next stitch, skip 2, single crochet and double crochet, and that is your silt stitch. So you continue on skipping 2 all the way across, and then the next row you'll go back with your double crochets all the way across, and then this row will be your next row. after you do your double crochets, and you just do repeat row 2 and 3. I'm having a hard time talking and concentrating on what I'm doing today for some reason. So there's another thing I want to show you guys. I need I need to tattle on myself. I picked up my cardigan, and I was working on my cardigan, and I even did a single crochet in the end. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to show you what I did. So that's what you should look like, and I'll finish this out later. But hold on. Okay, so I have to tattle on myself because this is not a good thing. I have to rip my cardigan out. Part of my cardigan anyway. So what I did was this is the arm right here. You know, and you work from the middle of your cardigan out. And I don't know if you can tell, but here I'm fine. Here I'm okay. And then here, if you look, I'm okay here. But here, my stitches get a lot wider. A lot, you can tell from here to here. My stitches are more spread out. They're not even, and it does not lay right on my body. And I could not figure out why this was going on. Why I had these stitches are tighter, and these, you can see my fingers through them. These stitches are looser, and I'm showing you this because we all make mistakes. We all do this. Now, if you go back and look in my video, you're gonna see something. And I had to go back and look because I was like, wait a minute, did I really do that? So over here, you can't really see my fingers through it whenever I'm rubbing, but over here, you can pick up my fingers whenever I'm rubbing. And so I'm going to have to rip out all of this from here all the way back down to probably here. I'll probably leave this and rip out down to here. Because what I did was I was crocheting. I started this project with a 6mm hook. And the last hook I picked up was this one. And I did the tutorial with this one. And it is a 6.5mm. And that 0.5mm made a huge difference on the size and everything on my jacket. It does not lay right. It does not look right. And I could not figure out for the life of me why one side was bigger than the other side. And I had to go back and look because I thought the only thing I could think of was that I did pick up the wrong hook. And I did. So I'm going to I'm going to rip it back. I've got, I would say 1, 2, 3. I've got probably 4, 3, for sure 3, maybe 4 repeats to rip out and redo. I'm hoping I may have to go back to this one. Looks like it's a little bit too much. Also, I may have to go back and rip out all the way to here, and this is where I started. So I may have all of this to rip out and frog. I feel a little froggy today and do. So yeah, there is that. I messed up and I'm going to have to redo. But I would lots rather you guys learn from my mistake than to do what I did. And it's okay. I crochet fast. So if I sit down and actually get with it, I should be able to get the next video out, get the sleeves done this week. I'm hoping. This is Monday morning, so we will see, and I have to have it done. I'm hoping to have it done by Thursday. so I can get the video up, and not do the video on Friday. So there is that, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, see how wide that is compared to what my other one is. My other side over here is not that wide. And I may have done this whole entire, almost this whole entire side that way. I don't know. I know I didn't do this. It feels different than this right here. So I'll probably have to rip back all the way to here, which this whole entire panel will be gone. And that's a lot of work. So, but we want to get it right, and I want it to fit right. And this side doesn't fit like this side does. So anyway, there is that. I wanted to tattle on myself, tell you what was going on. I will probably post some progress pictures a little bit later so that you'll know what's happening. But yeah, I just picked up the wrong hook. Don't pick up the wrong hook. I had both of these. I had 2 projects going, and I just grabbed this hook and not this one. So that's what happened. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This is the Silt stitch, and I will finish this out and show you a picture of it whenever we first start and let you know. But I had to also tattle on myself. So there you go. Have a great rest of your day.